Good morning. My name's LT. I'm an alcoholic addict. Going on 3 years sober and clean. Haven't had any mind-altering drug or drink for almost 3 years now. If this is your first time watching, thanks for tuning in. And this is a channel dedicated to helping people prevent relapse, educate themselves on the effects of drugs and alcohol, how to overcome addiction, and how to become the best you, building healthy habits and a better lifestyle, more fulfilling lifestyle. So ask yourself a couple questions. What do you want from life? Where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years? What do you regret? I know that list can be long. And what makes you proud of yourself? Recovery is a journey of self-discovery. And we have to start down this path. Once we get through the hard part, the detox, the withdrawals, the obsession of the mind, we start reprogramming everything about us. We have to wipe our computers and our lives clean, right? Through changing and setting goals and doing different things to overcome and quit. Like, day 1 to 30, 30 to 60, and up to into 90. That big, huge struggle of abstinence from drugs and alcohol, right? And then we have to enter a journey and a path of self-discovery to continue down this road of sobriety. If you want to continue to grow, you got to stay on the path of recovery, or you will either become miserable in life or you're going to relapse. It's a fact. You can see the patterns, study, watch people, get involved in recovery programs and the recovery scene, and you'll see people who veer off the path of growth and self-discovery, relapse prevention, and then they end up miserable and end up eventually using. Eventually. So how do you define yourself? Is it by relationships with others? Things that you've done? Is it your job? How do you define yourself? Because without a clear idea of the things that matter to you or the person that you hope to become, you're just going to continue to live for other people instead of yourself. What do you like? What do you do? So we're going to look at some stuff. We're going to look at ways to discover who you are, to go down this path of self-discovery. End goal being in mind is to stay clean, be happy, and to eventually like yourself. A lot of times we hate ourselves. We beat ourselves up. We punish ourselves in addiction. When we're trying to cope, we get into that survival mindset. And then we do things we are ashamed of. And it just becomes this horrible cycle. And to get out of that, you've got to reprogram, reboot, and start down a long path in recovery, in which path you need to remain completely patient, trust the process, and don't expect anything to happen overnight. And don't expect it to become easy either. And what I mean by easy is like, it's going to be easy in a week. It's going to be easy in a couple days. You're going to have great days and you're going to have really crappy days. You're going to have great weeks and you're going to have really crappy weeks. It's going to ebb and flow just like this. But you're going to learn how to ride the middle line, right? When you're super excited and everything on the world seems like it's just amazing and nothing can go wrong, understand that too shall pass. And all of a sudden you're going to dip into a dark, wanting to give up, screw life. I can't believe what's going on and I'll never be able to recover and life sucks. This too shall pass. And you'll end up back up in here and you'll learn how to cope with both and maintain an overall general healthy, happy lifestyle. When did you recover? I get a comment. When did you recover? I'm in recovery right now. So October 5th, 2019 was the last time that I consumed any mind-altering substance. And since then, I haven't had any because it serves me no good, no purpose. And so now I'm on a path of self-discovery. Right this minute, you're seeing me in a 75-day hard challenge. I've challenged myself to go live every day and to do a daily vlog of my journey, to eat clean, to get my sleep habit, to write down and say out loud 20 things I'm grateful for, self-admiration, find things that I like about myself, to lose weight, to be strong, work out twice a day, drink a ton of water. Water, water, water. Water is so good for you. The days that I slack on drinking water, boy, oh boy, I feel it. Sky Love, good morning. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. So we're going to go through a little article, check it out, then we'll check in on our 30-day people. We have a Discord. If you're not a part of our Discord, I highly suggest jumping in there. I will drop a link right now into the Discord. Join our Discord and you can join these challenges that we got going on, which is like we just do 30-day challenges. Right now we're on a 30-day challenge of June. The June challenge is to write down and journal stuff about your past, the hand you were dealt. You just showed up in life and this is what you got. This is who your parents are. This is the state you live in. This is what you look like. All this stuff. This is your class of money, all that stuff. And then you look at yourself as an adult and say, how did that affect my progress? Did it hold me back in any way? Did it create fears and anxieties? Did it, you start connecting those kind of dots and then pressing through them. Another thing is we write down things that are hard for us to do. Some people hate public speaking. Some people hate making their bed. And so we write down about things that make us uncomfortable. And we start taking baby steps towards those things. Anthony Victor, good morning, brother. We got to take baby steps to making changes, to doing things that are hard and uncomfortable. In recovery, in life, in growth, and trying to down this path of self-discovery, we must become comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where most of our life is spent anyway, in growth, right? When you're working out, you got 3 hours a week you're going to work out, right? The results don't come for months. And you are in the process of the working out, of the daily grind, more than you are at the victory. Say you want to lose 5 pounds. It takes you a month. The whole month, you're in the grind. You're working out. You're in the process. At the end of the month, you get on the scale. Boom, victory. That victory only lasts a few minutes, an hour. You could post about it, post some pictures and say, look what I did. But then you're right back to the grind, either maintaining or relapsing back. So you got to get uncomfortable being uncomfortable, because uncomfortable is where our results are. That's where we grow. That's where we need to thrive. When I'm climbing up the mountain here on my daily trail that I always go on, it's a 25-minute ride. It's a 1.5 miles. If I don't stop, I can make it to the top about 23 to 25 minutes. Just a nice, great, good, steady pace. And then the reward is when I get there. And the reward only lasts a second. I calm down, my heart rate stops racing, and then it's time to go back home. But 25 minutes of it was the climb up. And so during that 25 minutes, that's where I need to learn to enjoy, to thrive, to listen, and that's what self-growth is all about. Being uncomfortable, be comfortable being uncomfortable. How's everybody doing this morning? Sunday, Father's Day, right? Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Unless I'm wrong. Why do I feel like I'm wrong? Father's Day? Yep, today. Happy Father's Day. That's another good thing. Man, I went to bed early last night. Not early. I went to bed sober. I went to bed clean last night. I woke up not hungover. I woke up not trying to chase down pills or trying to chase down a sack of meth. But I got to look at my kids passed out on the couch from whatever movie they watched last night. I get to be present in their life today. I get to be attentive. I get to not induce fear in their hearts because I'm not sober or absent. I get to be a good father today. Praise God for sobriety, huh? Bucky, good morning. Happy Father's Day to you too, brother. Hey, man, doesn't it feel good to not be there? So I think back 3 years ago, because I'm going on 3 years sober. October 5th will be my 3-year sobriety date. Anything before that, it being a Sunday, Saturday night being a day I don't have to get up and go to work, right, type of thing, I would be passed out right now. Drunk. Probably a fifth of whiskey, half drank, or more than half drank, or dang near all drank, that I would be stumbling to once I woke up today. We may be at a barbecue. We may be in the mountain. Who knows? But I wouldn't be healthy and present for my kids. My kids wouldn't be happy to wake up and see me. They'd be like, yep, there's good old drunk dad giving me some cheesy gifts that they're really, because mom made them. Much better on this side of life. So how are you going to kick off exploring yourself? How are you going to kick off discovering yourself? What are you passionate about? Let me know in the comments. Like, give me one passion that you have in your life, or you used to have, or something that you look at and say, I think I might like doing that. Is it drawing calligraphy? Is it painting? Is it gardening? Maybe you like to garden. I don't. I don't like yard work. My passions is videography and photography and trying to be good at it. That's just something that is elusive to me. I want to get better at. Maybe a passion for helping others, man. Maybe you want to go help people. Right? I don't know. What are you passionate about? Living out your passion might involve identifying the job you really want and researching the steps necessary for a career change, or maybe it's exploring ways to volunteer with your skills. Maybe you're a street musician. Maybe you like to play buckets on the corner. Grab a bunch of 5-gallon buckets and play drums. I don't know. What do you like to do? What is one of your passions? Think about it. Let me know. I keep thinking about like entertainment. What it was for me to have my 9-to-5 job, which paid well. I did well. Fleece did well. Drumming's awesome, Anthony. I'm a drummer. I've drummed. I've been in bands. Oh, I'm grateful to be home, by the way. That trip to St. George was awesome. The connections were amazing, but I feel back in my comfort zone. That's for sure. Feels good to be in my comfort zone. But entertainment, like when I was just making that paycheck, I wasn't living for anything, but to trade my life, my time for money to pay bills, and anything we had extra left over after paying the house and all of the bills, right, was spent on, now we need to go grab entertainment. We must entertain ourselves because we make enough money to live at this class. We have this house, we have these cars and these things we've bought. So now we must go be entertained with all this stuff, which is so unrewarding and so unfulfilling. And I'm talking about my personal experience. And I was just thinking, man, what if we start searching for fulfillment, like a passion, instead of entertainment, constantly wanting to be entertained? Everything we go do is for our entertainment. I'm going to buy this to entertain me. I'm going to the movies to I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it seems like our focus is on how can we go entertain ourselves more than what can I do in this world that's actually fulfilling to my soul, like helping somebody. The reward of helping somebody is more fulfilling than the short-term entertainment, a movie might bring us or something, That's just something I've been thinking about in my life. My cloud. Yeah, that is I love when you post those, Sky. I haven't seen one for a while. I don't know if Facebook's weird, but it seems like I haven't seen one for a minute. I'm sure you are, but Lowe's, good morning. Welcome to the Father's Day show. What do you think about that? What do you think about in your life? Do you seem to have chased entertainment over fulfillment? I better go do this weekend. I only have, and the reason that we chase this entertainment after working, and this is me, the reason I was chasing this entertainment after working my 9-to-5 is because all I did was work for the weekend. Now the weekend's here and I don't have to go and punch the clock. This is my time. I better be entertained. I better go camping. I better buy all the stuff that makes me go camping. And then working towards only having the holidays or maybe it's a little bit of vacation time. And during those times, boy, we better get as much entertainment out of it as we can instead of actually pursuing something that is fulfilling and rewarding that lasts a long time. I changed all that by quitting that job and doing what you see now, becoming a peer support, taking risks, facing my fears. Fear is a great indicator that you're going in the right direction. Expanding my comfort zone, becoming comfortable, being uncomfortable, and doing those things It's much more rewarding, much more fulfilling, and there's entertainment intermixed in all of it. But when I only chased entertainment, it was so unfulfilling. But now that I've chased passion, my life is so much more fulfilled. So what's passions in your life? Because that's one way you can start discovering yourself, discovering who you are. And how do you find out? How do you do that? How do you discover yourself, and how do you find out what your passions are if you don't try new things? Maybe you can't name any passions. That's okay. If you haven't done much of yourself, done much for yourself, in a long time, you might not remember what you used to enjoy. Can you even remember what you used to enjoy? Like, when I was a kid, I used to like to fill in the blank. When I was a kid, I used to like to take stuff apart. I remember taking things apart, like and taking apart what's inside this, tear it all apart. Sometimes I'd put it back together. Sometimes I wouldn't. I wanted to be Michelle H. Good morning from Canada. Good morning. Go Blue Jays. You know, what other? I wanted to be a speed skater. I thought those guys were really cool when I was a kid. I liked climbing trees. I liked being up high in the air, climbing trees when I was a kid. Baseball. Love baseball. Huge baseball fan here, FYI. Huge baseball fan. I watch. Baseball for me is like a palate cleanser. You know, people that go taste fancy foods, and then they're like, let me taste this fancy food over here, and now I need to reset and cleanse my palate. Now I can taste some more fancy foods. Baseball is that for me mentally, like during the day. During baseball season, that is my palate, mind, spirit, body kind of cleanser. After we have our workout for an hour, and then we sit around, we have our little group session, and we get all into the, that kind of stuff, whether it would be a heavy one or just a fulfilling enjoyment, fun one. On the way home, boop, put on some baseball, cleanses my brain. And I just kind of tune in all day periodically throughout the day. Took my kids to a game last night, our local minor league team. Sweet. Which local minor league team you got there, bro? We have here in Ogden, Utah, a team called the Raptors. The Ogden Raptors, who are affiliates of the Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers. And then in Salt Lake City, we got the Bees, which is where Mike Trout came from, an affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels. Anthony Victor says, I'm 54 years old. I joined Austin Baseball League and did show them a few things. Sick, bro. Also says, Round Rock Express. Nice. RRE. Texas Rangers. Very cool. Very cool. Nolan Ryan, baby. Very cool. Well, yeah, baseball is just an amazing sport to me. I love the mindset. I love the failure to success ratio and the mindset that those guys have. Think about that, man. There's one game that matters. One game. Nobody cares unless you win one game out of 146. And then throughout all those games, day in, day out, 3 series games between two teams, and the success rate compared to failure. If you hit the ball 3 times out of 10, you're good. And the mentality and the grind. And so, man, those guys really have to enjoy that process to get up there and strike out. If they're in a slump, and to walk off without throwing a fit or quitting. Yeah, worse, quitting. The kids love it. And they won. So worth it. Sick. So cool. Just can't get them to play. It's hard to get kids to do kid things like we used to do kid things. No, I don't want to. I'm like, what? This is fun. No. All right. Evaluate your skills. Here's another way. Most people have a particular knack for something. What are you good at? What have you found in your life that you're like, you kind of feel weird saying it out loud, but you're like, man, I'm good at this. Complimenting yourself is a difficult thing. That's something I highly suggest trying to do daily. Find things that you like about yourself, admire about yourself, and compliment yourself for it. But evaluate your skills. What are you good at? Are you good at sewing? You got a little knack for sewing, and you're just like, what? I'm good at this? Yeah, expand on it a little bit. Maybe you're a good writer. You're good at English. You could write copy and you're good at writing poems. I don't know. Maybe your friends always ask you to plan their parties. What do your friends ask you to do because they realize you're good at it? Ask people too. And it feels weird because you feel narcissistic, you feel selfish. And it just is weird to focus on yourself in these ways, kind of. But go up to a couple of your trusted friends and say, hey, what am I good at? What do you see that I'm good at? And then evaluate. Start learning yourself. We're on a path of self-discovery here in recovery. Using your skills, hone them, which can increase your confidence, because that's what we want to do. We want to be able to walk into a room confident, high self-esteem. And this is stuff you have to work on, especially if you've beaten yourself down and it's not there. You're definitely going to have to work on it. Link's back there snoring on the couch. Boy, oh boy. And then put them into practice. It can encourage you to keep exploring these talents, right, along with any others you may not even have noticed. You may be good at stuff that you haven't even noticed. We're so worried about what other people think in a different way that we don't even highly value what we know to be good. So identify what you value about yourself. What kind of values do you see in yourself that you value? Some of the values may be honesty, compassion, loyalty, creativity, courage, and intelligence. Clarifying these values can make certain you're living them out, and then live them out. So start asking yourself some questions right now, right here and now. Why do I do the things I do? Why do you wake up every morning, grab your phone, surf whatever you surf, and then when this is over and your phone's put down, what's the next thing you're going to do? What are you going to do the rest of the day, each part of the day, in and out, the stuff people don't see, the way you bob and weave, the way you think about, do things? Why do you do that? What is driving you? Another good, important question is, what are you missing? Linky, go upstairs. What are you missing? And what kind of impact do your choices have on the life that you want? Apply these questions to all areas of your life. Like they're sawing logs. I couldn't even hear myself. Self-discovery takes time. So when you ask yourself these questions, don't feel like you need to come up with the answers immediately. Just think about it. Think about it. We're learning how to. And it's funny, like I've looked up these articles and we're going through an article. I dropped it in the description. I'll drop it again in case you wanted to go through this one. But it's starting to be strange to me that how to be the best entrepreneur, how to be the best husband, wife, how to become the best mom and dad, how, you know what I mean? Every time you're looking at a path of self-discovery and to improve anything in your life, how to stay clean and sober and to live happily. You know, when you ask these questions, the answers always are the same. Like, it doesn't matter what area that you're focusing on, right? That the answers always seem to be the same. Find your passion, find what you're good at, and put in, and this is all has to be action and come with putting time and effort into these. Michelle, say good morning, Lake. Learn something new is always on the list. It's on the list here. Learning works best when it is treated as a lifelong process. Never stop growing. Another thing I've been trying to emulate, trying to mimic, is I look at successful people like Gary Vee, Sean Cannell, those types of people who are crushing it, right, in life. What do they do? What are their habits? And they read between 30 to 60 new books a year. Doesn't mean every book's going to be a banger. You know, some are going to be good, some are going to be crappy, but you're going to get something out of it. Like Grant Cardone. He listens to 50, 60 books a year, or reads. And so I'm starting to do that. That's something new, and that's something I like because it's a lifelong process that I'm on here. And learning something new is always on the list. Keeping a journal is always on the list. So that's another couple things. Keep a journal. If you keep a journal, you might remember how it helped you to explore the dreams and emotions, right? Picking up the habit of journaling or blogging can help you get back in touch with yourself and learn more about the person you've become. You're welcome, Michelle. How are you doing? How's life over in your neck of the woods? Things good? How's everybody else doing? Sunday morning, 7:30. You still laying in bed, stretching out? What are you doing? You eating breakfast? Driving? Father's Day. What are your plans? What's going on this Father's Day? My plan is after this live stream, I am going to ride mountain bikes. So keep a journal. Get into journaling. Talk to a therapist. Always a good thing, right? We recover better together is our motto here at Recovering Addict. Whether it's therapy, inpatient, a group, a good trusted friend, somebody to get things off of your chest and communicate. Communication is a huge, healthy part of recovery. And we learned that relapse is dysfunctional recovery, right? And a part of dysfunctional recovery is when you stop communicating. Willie, happy Father's Day, brother. To you too, man. I'm going for a bike and a swimming here in a bit. Nice. Very good. And then church. Very good. Very good. Just finished up a war story with a guy from Connecticut. Very cool, bro. Very cool. Try new things. Get out. Discover yourself. Answers are always the same when you want to be the best you. And we are on talking to people. Wanting to learn more about yourself may not seem like a matter of significant enough for your therapy, but if you feel distressed or uncertain, therapy, talking groups, AA, NA, whatever, can absolutely have some benefits. We always want to get it off our chest. We want to be able to speak about as much as we can about how we feel to people who are not going to criticize or minimize what we are going through. It helps you bring your internal thoughts to reality. You start saying stuff out loud. It's so different. Let your you know how your imagination runs wild, right? Mine does. And I know yours does too. You text a friend. You don't get a text back. And maybe you got an iPhone and it tells you that they read the text. And you're like, what the hell? What? Why aren't they texting me back? Are they mad at me? What, did I do something wrong? Oh, man. And then you start getting a little bit of a resentment, like, oh, maybe I did this and they're thinking this about me. Oh, they think that about me? That mother, all the while they accidentally read your text because they're in the middle of moving furniture from their house out to their truck and they couldn't read. It was the reality of it, right? But you're inside coming up with all these scenarios of why they hate you or mad at you know how our minds do. And then if you go and talk to somebody about that, you say it out loud and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that really was ridiculous. Why was I feeling like that? Sometimes when you just say it out loud to other people, you don't need any more advice. You don't need them to say this, and this, because by the time that you say it out loud to somebody, you go, well, it just all of a sudden it makes sense. It's weird. It takes the power out of things. Happy Father's Day. Your description of how your Father's Day is different and so much better in recovery reminds me of how proud of how you've been doing. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that. There's a time in my life I was not. I'm so grateful to be here. Grateful for comments like that. Like, what? 3 years later, I'm almost 3 years later. I get to have people respect that I can be a good dad. Like, praise God. Praise God for recovery and being sober. And yeah, proud of everybody in that same position right now. Willie woke up this morning being a good dad. He didn't wake up a junkie. He didn't wake up a neglectful, absent father. He woke up happy. Like, I get to be a dad today. Like, for reals. Like, I'm not not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of getting a gift from my kid because mom made him, but really inside he has super resentments because I'm always drunk, I'm so glad for that. I'm working on that chilling the heck out. Yeah. Sometimes we got to chill the heck out, man. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. The process of self-discovery looks very different for everybody, but it is generally not something that happens overnight. Patience. You do Have somewhat of a jump start since you already know at least a little bit about yourself, but it still takes time and patience. Just like getting to know someone else, and putting myself under these challenges and these pressures of being able to accomplish hard things, get comfortable being uncomfortable, that whole thing that I've been talking about is everything I'm just applying to myself. And through this, I'm starting to like myself. Do I still have regrets? Am I still ashamed of mistakes I've made in addiction and out of addiction, in recovery? Some mistakes that I've made? Yeah, absolutely. But they fall off and you start understanding you can't live there and you can't trip about the future. And I start learning that, hey, today is the day that I got my list of goals and I'm going to hit those and enjoy them today. And I start like looking in the mirror going, good job, bud. And you start liking yourself and you start seeing the things you're good at. And you will start enjoying your own presence, which is something a lot of us have probably never felt. Like enjoying your own presence. Sometimes have you ever like been sick of yourself? And you can't escape yourself. So you're like, God, I annoy myself. Like, why did I even say that? Why did I say it and say it like that? And now other people are looking at me after I said that. I'm so annoying. I've annoyed myself many a times. I think if we take the focus off ourselves, we can be more affecting and help others at the same time. Absolutely. Yeah, if you're stuck in a dark spot and your head will not come out of a dark hole, reach out and start talking to other people. How are you doing? And start being concerned about their well-being. And the light comes off of you and shines on them. And then it's just a circle of reward. Thank you for your hard work and encouraging others to be the best me. You're welcome. Absolutely welcome, Michelle. I still got your Canadian flag hanging in my truck, by the way, on my visor. I started calling friends, checking in on them anytime internal. Like, yeah, perfect. Today is about me giving to them, not getting from them. As a father, I am a servant, protector, and a provider. Oh, amen, bro. Absolutely. And it feels good to be able to do that with confidence, eh? Like, oh, God, I'm drunk again. Oh, what are my kids doing today? But you actually get to be that powerful lion, right? They can stand behind you and be confident in dad, like Simba when he roars, like, roar, and the hyenas run away, but it was really dad in the back standing there like this, you know? It feels good to be able to stand there confident like that. Amen. All right, let's check in on our 30 days real quick, like here. Savage Freedom. Oh, yeah. Pickleball Fridays. If y'all want to join us for pickleball, you're here locally. It looks like we're going to start a little Friday night pickleball thing for our group. Play pickleball for an hour and have a group outside, you know, weather pending, all that good stuff. Good job, Savage Freedom. Proud of you. Geesh, look at this. He's posting pictures of himself out enjoying. Look at how happy he is. Like, what? Beautiful mountain biking the thing. Nice picture. Nice wide picture. Found this shelter from the rain. Just got back from one of the best bike rides of my life. Really hard to get Wi-Fi out here, so please don't delete my channel if I miss an entry. I'll document everything and make sure I get it posted when I get back home. First family vacation in 11 years. Such a blessing. Dude. Only $30 to rent this sick-ass Trek. And now he's on a sick bike ride, enjoying life, smiling, being dad. Look at happy life. Now his happy wife. Geisha, I am so proud of you. Bro, man, that's encouraging. That really seriously brings joy to my heart. Like big time. Jen Ray doing her journaling, doing her fitness. Oh, look at little snack bags with healthy stuff. Or no, those are rocks. I thought that was lettuce. I thought that was salad. I thought I saw a separated salad. She says I finished the last of my water. I also separated all sea glass that my friend gave me yesterday and painted another picture. Nice. Another paint pour. Getting all artistic, finding your passion, finding stuff you like to do, trying new things. Jen Ray, proud of you. Renee, doing the same thing. Writing her journals, drinking her water. Just got in the last of my water at 5 to midnight. Nice. 5 to midnight. You'll be up in about 30 minutes to go potty. You drink water. You got to go now. Oh, videos. Love these. Oh, man. Parrots. type of parrots. Look at that big old turkey. Is that a turkey? Turkeys and parrots kick it? Whoa. That's cool. Good job, Renee. And little Miss Happiness. She's trucking right along. Always out on a walk. She's always glowing out on her walks. So happy. There she is again. About to head on her walk. Living clean, journaling, guzzling water. Look at her. You can just see happiness and peace, Get out, try new things, try hard things, get uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Do the stuff that's going to actually change your life. We're on a path of self-discovery. Get it. Discover yourself. Enjoy life. Why? Why even bother to change? I was listening to a Jordan Peterson thing. Improve your life. Why? Why should I do that? Why even bother? And he said it's because it sucks not to. If your leg is hurting, you're in pain. You got your hip, your knee, and your ankle are all throbbing in pain. And you know that if you take some ibuprofen, it's going to go away. It's going to fix it. You're going to do that because it sucks to live with pain. Fix your life because it sucks to live in pain and misery. Start doing things to make yourself happier and a better you and a more enjoyable person to yourself because it is going to be better. All of a sudden, the pain and throbbing goes away. It takes time and patience. How do I do that? Where do I even start? Look around your house. Your mind has the ability to aim. And when you aim your mind at things, it starts revealing stuff. If you don't believe me, try it. Go to your whatever room in your house you want to improve. Say, I want to improve this room. I want to start making it better. And then stand back and look around. And now that you've aimed your mind at it, it's going to start revealing things in your room that need to be improved. Just automatically. Your mind's an amazing thing. You're like right now, I just got back from that trip. My house is trashed right now, by the way. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming if I turn around and look. But I see my desk. It's dusty in the back. I see some disorganization back there. That needs to be fixed. That could be better. My cords are all just a mess over here. That could be better. The table's just messy. I still haven't fully unpacked. Those are very obvious ones. And even if you keep it tight and clean and tidy house, these things are going to pop out to you. So look around. And now do the same thing in your life. What do you do the most every single day? Because if that is what you do the most, then that's probably the most important things you need to focus on. You wake up and have a routine. You wake up, you do stuff, right? Now turn that aim and focus it at yourself. What can I improve about my life? About times that I wake up, about times that I do things, about how I do things. How am I eating? How am I walking? Where do I spend most of my time? What am I putting into my ears and my eyes? What am I consuming? Is it good for me? Is it productive? Is it a waste of time? Does it distract my focus? Is it educating me? Is it making me a better me? If you start taking that mind's ability to aim and point things out and aim it at yourself in your daily habits, don't look for nothing crazy. You have to be like, well, I need to focus on my inner childhood because at 6 years old, I experienced, that's part of it. But I'm talking about just daily improvements of your life through changing habits. Try it. You won't regret it. And then give it time. Give it 6 months. Everything worth doing takes time. Everything worth doing takes time. And I learned that because I took the time to do stuff that was worth doing. I always want for that instant gratification. I always want the secret, the easy button. I always want can I just be better now? Tomorrow, I want to lose 10 pounds. And if I don't eat this donut now, I'll be lighter tomorrow, right? So give it a shot. Till next time, y'all, I will be back tomorrow morning, day 70 of 75 hard, crushing it. I feel good. I feel happy. I feel healthy. So until then, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.